example?
Yeah.
Fine. So, in the last class, we were discussing about the concept of temperate cyclones. We have also covered the concept of El Nino, IOD, Indian Ocean Dipole. Those concepts we have covered in the last class. So, what difference lies between a tropical cyclone and a temperate cyclone? What difference lies between a
Tropical cyclone in the ocean and temperate cyclone both in
land and ocean? Then
it occurs in 10 degree to 35 degree latitude and temperate 35 to 60
Fine.
latitude.
Then
Tropical cyclone has I1 rain
rain band or spiral band? Yes. Then
and that forms cumulus clouds. And temperate cyclone will occur fronts different
formation of fronts will happen and it will be in inverted V shape, while the tropical cyclone will be in elliptical or mushroom shape. Fine. Then we also discuss movement. Tropical cyclone moves from where to where? From east towards west region, while the temperate cyclone moves from west towards east region. What is western disturbances we have discussed? What is western disturbances? What is the western disturbances that you are finding? What is western disturbances that you are finding? Western disturbances, what is there?
Strong surge.
No, we discussed that in winter what will happen? The tropical cyclone will create a rainfall. Where it will create a rainfall? Oh, sorry, temperate cyclone will create a rainfall. Where it will create a rainfall? In the upper part of northern India. When it is creating rainfall in upper part of northern India, then it is going to be called as what? It is going to be called as a western disturbances. Okay, so then it is going to be called as a western disturbances. Clear? So western disturbances are nothing but they are the disturbances that create rainfall in what? In the winter in the northern part of India. Clear? So that part we have discussed with regard to western disturbances. Then what else? What else we have covered? We have covered the concept of El Nino and La Nina. El Nino is what? El Nino is
Then the reverse of the water
when Peru current changes into warm current, then reversal of Walker circulation takes place, and this is referred as a El Nino phenomena or ENSO phenomena, southern oscillation phenomena. And we discussed with El Nino what will happen in India. Drought will take place. If positive IOD is created in Indian Ocean, what impact it will have? More rainfall. Negative IOD. Yeah. So those things we have covered. Now we'll start with climatic part. So what you are finding is, last class we discussed the climatic part, and we have divided the climate into what? Climate into various types. So equatorial climate, then we have divided into what? Monsoon climate, savanna climate, desert climate. Fine. Then we have divided it into China type, temperate grassland, and then here we have divided it into Mediterranean type. Then we have discussed Laurentia type, we have discussed Siberian or taiga type, and British type of climate. And the last that we have discussed is what? Last that we have discussed is the tundra type of climate. Clear? So this climatic division we have discussed in the last class. So now we'll start with these climatic division. Fine. So the first type of climate is equatorial climate or rainforest climate. So equatorial climate or a rainforest climate. Now where these climates are being seen, you can see here. Okay, these climates are being seen over here in the equatorial region, over here, some in Africa, over here, in Indonesia, in part of Malaysia. You'll find these climates are something that are being seen. A part of these climate is also seen in Western Ghat in India. A part of these climates is also seen in the Western Ghat in India. So distribution of where do we find the equatorial climate? You'll find in this is called as the Amazon forest of Brazil. Where you're gonna find here, you'll find Congo region. There you'll find equatorial forest in Indonesia, in Malaysia, as we discussed in Western Ghat of India, and etc. So these are the regions where you are seeing distribution of which type of climate? Distribution of equatorial climate. Clear? So what is basically an equatorial climate? Clear? What basically do you understand by the term equatorial climate? So equatorial climate are something that in this you will see more sun rays, suns are present throughout the year. Throughout year the sun rays are present. Even if the sun is shifting to Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn, you will see what? You will see the sun always are always are giving sunlight to this particular region. So that's why what you find is temperature here at all month is greater than how much? Temperature here at all month is greater than 18 degrees Celsius. So mean monthly temperature is greater than what? Mean monthly temperature is greater than 18 degrees Celsius in this particular region. Clear? So when mean monthly temperature is greater than 18 degrees Celsius, what will happen? You don't see any winter season, you don't see any as such the autumn season or spring season, you don't see that particular season. So this type of this type of climate do not have any seasons. This type of climate do not have any seasons. Clear? So you don't find any seasons in these type of climate. That is one of the important aspect that you have to keep in mind. Clear? Now there is always one season, one type of climate you'll find in this region. One season, one type of climate in this particular region. Fine. And as we discussed, since this region receives large amount of sunlight, what happens? Since this region receives large amount of sunlight, what will happen? This get heated. When this get heated, what will happen to air? Expands. So you'll see which type of you will see rainfall will happen. Which type of rainfall? Convectional rainfall. So we discussed which type of rainfall dominate in this region. Convectional rainfall dominate in this region. Which type of rainfall dominate in this region? Convectional rainfall dominate in this particular region. So there is going to be formation of clouds. There is going to be heavy precipitation. Clouds are going to be there. Heavy precipitation is going to be there. Heavy precipitation is going to be there. Generally, you'll find more than 200 to 250 centimeters of rainfall. More than 200, sometimes even more than 250 centimeters of rainfall you'll find in this particular region. So that's why it is called as a which type of climate? It is called as a rainforest type of climate. That's why it is referred as which type of climate? It is referred as a rainforest type of climate. Fine. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So what you have to keep in mind is these particular region that you find is receiving sunlight throughout the year. When they receive sunlight throughout the year, what will happen? The temperature is mean monthly temperature is going to be 18 degrees Celsius. That's why no seasons are going to be found. No seasons are going to be found in this region. You'll find that you'll find heavy precipitation, you'll find cloud formation in this region, and rainfall will be more than 200 to 250 centimeter in this particular climatic conditions. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular part? Now, when there is a huge amount of rainfall, what will happen? When there is a huge amount of rainfall, what will happen? When there is a huge amount of rainfall, what will happen? As we discussed, when rain is falling, what will happen? Let's say these are okay. What these are different layers of soil. These are different layers of what? Soil. Okay, these are different layers of soil. As a result, when the rainwater is falling, rainwater will seeps underground. Clear? They will go underground. They will be absorbed by the ground. And when it is moving from upper layer of the soil to the lower layer of soil, what will happen? When it will move from upper layer of the soil to the lower layer of the soil, what will happen? Material or minerals that are present in upper layer of the soil will also be taken to where? To the bottom layer of the soil. Material which are present in upper layer of the soil will also be taken to the bottom layer of the soil. So when rainwater is absorbed underground, is moving underground, seeping underground, so material that is okay present, or mineral that is present at the top of the soil is also going to be what? Also going to be nothing but okay moving towards bottom of the soil. This phenomena is referred as what? This phenomena is referred as a leaching phenomena. This phenomena is referred as which phenomena? Leaching phenomena. Minerals are being leached out. Minerals are being leached out. Materials are moving from top of the soil to the bottom of the soil, and this phenomena is referred as which type of phenomena? Leaching phenomena. Clear? Fine. Okay. When rainwater seeps underground, material from top of the soil moves downward to the bottom of the soil. Material from top of the soil moves downward to the bottom of the soil, and this phenomena is referred as leaching. This phenomena is referred as leaching. Fine. This phenomena is referred as leaching. So what will happen to the soil? What will happen to the soil because of leaching? If minerals are moving from top of the soil to the bottom of soil, what will happen to soil? Soil will become less fertile. Topsoil becomes what? Topsoil becomes less fertile. Fine. Topsoil becomes less fertile due to leaching phenomena. Clear? Because the soil need to contain what? Minerals. It need to, what plant absorb is nitrogen, plant absorb, phosphorus, plant absorb. You provide fertilizers to the plant, no? Why you provide fertilizers to the plant? So that nutrients are being received by the plant. So when this nutrient which is present on the top of the soil is moving downward, then what will happen? Top of the soil becomes what? It becomes less fertile in nature. That's why the soils in equatorial region are not very fertile. Soils in equatorial region are not very fertile. Because of the dominance of leaching phenomena, soil in equatorial regions are not very fertile. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part? Other than this, you'll also find what? Other than this, you'll also find other phenomena that is okay happening. Now, since rainfall is abundant in this region, as we discussed, high amount of rainfall is happening. Rainfall is greater than 200 to 250 centimeter. Why? Because convectional currents are generated and this produce huge rainfall. Fine. If rainfall is huge, what will happen? What will happen? You don't see roots being developed more. Why roots develop? Why roots move underground? to take the water. But if already huge rainfall is happening, then root will not require much development inside, okay, because of water is already available on the surface because of huge rainfall. Clear? So that's why root in equatorial regions are not very developed. Root in equatorial region are not very developed. They are not very developed, okay, because the water is available on the surface. So as a result, underground growth is not much. Clear? Underground growth is not much. But you'll find, since okay, huge amount of rainfall is there, then what will happen? Different plants can survive because plant requires water to survive. So if huge amount of rainfall is there, then what will happen? Many plants can survive. Clear? So that's why you'll find plants, big plants growing in this region. Big plants growing in this particular equatorial region. Clear? Because there is no deficiency of water. There is no deficiency of water. As a result, what plants can grow. So huge amount of plants grows in this particular region. That is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So you see, the above the ground growth is going to be there. Trees are very tall in nature. Trees are very tall in nature. But below the ground, growth is not going to be there. Okay, root growth is not there. We say root and shoot. So there are two terms we use, root and shoot. So root growth is not there, but shoot growth is there. Okay, the upper part is going to grow. Okay, this is going to grow, and as a result, trees are very tall in this particular region. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part? Now, because of tall trees, let's say if any other tree has to grow, any new tree has to grow, what will happen? This new tree will not get the sunlight. If any new tree has to grow, this new tree will not get the sunlight. Let's say this is okay, the sunlight that is okay there. So new tree which is growing at the bottom, this new tree which is growing at the bottom will not get nothing but okay, sunlight. Why it will not get the sunlight? Because it is covered through what? It is covered through the other trees that is okay there. So it is not getting a sunlight. So it will take the help of other trees to go at the top. Clear? It will take the help of other trees to go at the top that is okay there. Clear? So that's why what you see is okay, what? When it takes the help of other tree to grow at the top and get the sunlight, this type of things are called as what? This type of things are referred as a epiphytes. What they are okay referred as? They are referred as a epiphyte. What is epiphyte? These are okay, the plants, or these are the vegetations which takes the help of other trees to reach to the top in order to get the sunlight. Clear? So epiphytes are the plants or the okay trees which okay, what? Which takes the help of other trees to reach to the top in order to get the sunlight. Fine. And we say because this is happening, epiphytes are developed because of what? Because of dense canopy. Dense canopy. This is very dense. This is very dense, which doesn't allow the light to penetrate. Which doesn't allow the light to penetrate. Clear? So since the forests are so near to each other, the trees are so near to each other that it doesn't allow the sunlight to penetrate at the bottom. As a result, okay, what will happen? You see epiphytes are growing, which takes the help of other trees in order to reach to the top. Fine. So this important part you have to keep in mind. Clear? So trees are what? Trees are nothing but okay, tall in nature. Trees are something that are tall in nature, have a very dense canopy. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part? Other than this, you also have to keep in mind is at the bottom, what will happen? Many small plants are going to grow, which can survive without sunlight. At the bottom, many small plants can grow, which can survive without the sunlight. Okay, that is okay there. So they will grow at the bottom. So that's why you will see very small plants are also going to be found at the bottom. Very small plants are also going to be found at the bottom, which can grow at the bottom without the sunlight. Clear? So that's why a lot of vegetations, okay, you are going to find. Clear? So that's why equatorial region is having high species diversity. They are having high species diversity. Equatorial region are having high species diversity. Species diversity means what? More number of species can be found. More number of species can be found. So that is called as a high species diversity. Clear? In Amazon region, this Amazon forest that you are seeing here, the forest is so dense. Here the forest is so dense that they are referred as selvas. Here the forest, equatorial forest are referred as what? Equatorial forest are referred as selvas. So in Amazon region, in Brazilian region where forests are so dense, there it is referred as what? It is referred as a selvas. Fine. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So what you have to keep in mind is because of high rainfall, underground growth is not there, root growth is not there, but shoot growth is there. Trees are something that are very tall in nature. Trees are very dense, very close with each other. They have a very dense canopy, which doesn't allow the light to nothing but to penetrate inside. As a result, special type of plant called epiphyte also grows in this region, which takes the help of other plant to reach to the top and get the sunlight that is there. And at the bottom also you'll see certain plant grows which can survive without what? Which can survive without the sunlight. So that's why, because of this dense vegetation that you find in equatorial forest, when we are talking about Amazon, there it is known as what? There it is known as a selvas. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part? Now, other than this, what you're going to find is, that because the trees are very tall, and the dense canopy that is found also at the bottom. Clear? You can see these, and they also receive what we discussed. They also receive rainfall throughout the year. As a result, these type of forests remains evergreen throughout the year. That's why they are referred also as evergreen forest. These forest remains green throughout the year because of this dense canopy, huge vegetation. They receive ample rainfall. As a result, they remains evergreen throughout the year, and that's why they are also called as what? They are also called as a evergreen forest. Fine. For example, in case of India, you see sometimes when spring season comes, what will happen? Generally in the month of March and etc., trees starting to shed their leaves, and new leaves comes on what? New leaves comes on the trees that is there. Clear? But here trees don't shed their leaves. Trees do not shed their leaves. That's why they remain evergreen throughout the year. Trees do not shed their leaves. Fine. So why generally tree will shed their leaves? Why do you think trees will shed their leaves? In order to get a new leaves. So why they are not doing that in equatorial region? We are seeing that here they are not shedding their leaves. Yeah, to reduce the transpiration. Remember we discussed the tree loses water through what? Tree loses water through transpiration. Remember evaporation, transpiration we discussed. So trees loses water through what? Water through transpiration. This transpiration occurs through what? This transpiration occurs through the leaves. When stomata of the leaves loses the water that is this transpiration occurs through the leaves. So what happens is what happens is tree do not shed their leaves in this type of nothing but in this type of condition. Why? Because there is no deficiency of rainfall, there is no deficiency of water, so tree do not need to conserve the water. In case of in case of India, when summer season comes, trees shed their leaves, or early spring season comes, trees shed their leaves because deficiency of water is there. So to avoid the loss of water, what will happen? They shed their leaves. As soon as rainfall happens, new leaves starts to grow on the trees that is there. Clear? So here, since there is there is no as such as such requirement, trees do not shed their leaves because ample rainfall is there, moisture is abundant in this particular region, and that's why these trees remains evergreen throughout the year. Clear? Fine. So trees do not have trees do not have well developed roots in this region. Soils are not very fertile. Soils are not very fertile. Fine. And generally you'll find the trees are hardwood trees. Which type of trees generally you're gonna find? Hardwood trees generally you are finding. Which type of trees you are finding? Hardwood trees generally you are finding, like mahogany. Mahogany you're gonna find, ebony you're gonna find. Hardwood trees you're gonna find in this region. Clear? Clear? So these hardwood trees means the stem of the plant is going to be very hard. Okay, you can sometimes see stems are very soft in nature. You can break the plant also. Sometimes you'll see the stems are very hard. You can't you can cut the thing and you can use the hardwood for what? Furniture and other things, when you are using it. So hardwood trees are something that are going to be found over here because of nothing but ample rainfall, like mahogany, ebony. These are kind of hardwood trees, that is there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Now, apart from this, there are certain other type of vegetation that you can also see in case of what? You can also see in case of nothing but this region. Clear? There are certain other type of vegetation that you can also see. Clear? Now, in case of Amazon forest, some forests are being cleared for the growth of natural rubber. So cultivation, agriculture is also being done. Forests are being cleared for what? Forests are being cleared for nothing but growth of natural rubber in case of Brazilian region. So forest clearing are being done. Clear? Now, in case of in case of nothing but Malaysia, Indonesia. In case of Malaysia, Indonesia, you'll see palm oil are being done. Palm oil are being cultivated. Palm oil are something that are being cultivated in case of Malaysia and Indonesia. So there the trees are being cut, and the palm oil are something that are being cultivated. Fine. Now, in case of Africa, generally you see cocoa. Cultivation of cocoa. Cocoa is being cultivated in case of Malaysia region. In case of African region. Cocoa is being cultivated in case of West African region. Fine. So these are these are some of the important cultivation, agriculture things that are being also taken in this particular region. Clear? Yeah, they deforest, they cut the forest, and they go for nothing but these type of cultivations. Clear? So natural rubber, cocoa, palm oil, these are something that are being cultivated. In fact, India is importing much of its palm oil from where? From Indonesia and Malaysia. Clear? So UPSC has asked question on palm oil. Clear? So India is importing much of its palm oil from where? From Indonesia and Malaysia, because they are cultivating what? Cultivating nothing but these things, palm oil cultivation. Fine. So because of this, we are concerned about what? We are concerned about deforestation in these regions. And there are certain tribes also that lives in this region. There are certain tribes also that lives in this region. They practice which type of cultivation? Shifting cultivation. So these are more of a which type of cultivation? Plantation. Rubber, palm oil is more of a plantation cultivation. You cut the major area, large scale cultivation that you are seeing. Tribes generally do which type of cultivation? Shifting cultivation. So they cut the forest in a particular area. Let's say forests are there. They'll cut this particular forest, clear this land, and there they start to grow something. Once the fertility exhausted, they move to some other location. This type of cultivation is called as what? This type of cultivation is called as the shifting cultivation. So either they burn the trees, cut the trees, clear the land, start to grow something on that. Once fertility start declining, they will shift to what? They will shift to another area, another field. This type of cultivation is referred as a shifting cultivation. For example, the important tribes that you are seeing is what? So important tribes, okay, that you're gonna find in this region are what? Your pygmies, the orange asli. These are the tribes that you are finding. Clear? Pygmies are found in Africa, orange asli in case of Malaysia. We'll find these are the important tribes, okay, that are found in this region, which are involved in what? Which are involved in shifting cultivation. So pygmies basically in Congo region of Africa that you'll find. Orange asli, okay, you'll find in case of Malaysia. These are the tribes, okay, that are being found in this region. Fine. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So vegetations, which type of vegetations you are going to find? Vegetation that you are finding is equatorial vegetation, that is no hardwood trees you are finding. Tree do not shed their leaves, but these trees are being cleared to cultivate what? Cultivate your palm oil, rubber. It is also nothing but, okay, what? It is also, we discussed, cocoa. These are being cultivated, and shifting cultivations are being practiced by whom? Shifting cultivation are being practiced by the tribes. Fine. So these important aspect you have to keep in mind regarding what kind of nothing but, okay, vegetation that you're going to find. Fine. Now, since this region receives high amount of rainfall, what happens? High amount of rainfall, what happens? You'll find humid condition, very humid conditions in this region, because rainfall will happen only when, we discussed, humidity will be there in the, humidity is what? Moisture in the air. Okay, so when humid condition, then only what will happen? You'll see rainfall will happen. That is okay there. Clear? So this region has high humid conditions. Plus, we discussed it also have what? Excessive hot condition. It also have excessive hot condition. Excessive hot condition means high temperature. So if the temperature is high and humidity is high, then what is the phenomena that you are going to see? If temperature is high and humidity is high, this condition is conducive to the growth of whom? This condition is conducive to the growth of microorganisms. Okay, so high temperature and humidity is conducive to the growth of microorganisms. Okay, what are the microorganisms? Like you'll see bacteria, viruses, okay, those type of microorganisms you'll find in this particular region. Clear? This condition is very suitable for the growth of microorganisms like bacteria, viruses. That's why you'll find many type of diseases. Many type of diseases occurring in this particular region, like growth of malaria, you can see yellow fever, you can see yellow fever, you are seeing Zika virus, a lot of viruses, okay, you are seeing prevalent in this particular region. Clear? This prevalent in this particular region. That's why this region is not very suitable for whom? This region is not very suitable for human habitation or even livestock. It is not very suitable for human habitation or livestock habitation. Fine. Clear? So high amount of what? High amount of, okay, the humidity and high amount of temperature. What it is leading to? It is leading to development of various microorganisms. It can lead to spread of many diseases. Okay, that is okay there. Bacterial diseases, malarial diseases, or okay, viral diseases. We'll find spread of many diseases, and that's why not suitable for the growth of whom? Not suitable for the growth of human habitation or even livestock. Livestock means what? Cattle and other things. That's why this region is not very known for whom? This is not very known for dairy farming. So you don't see dairy farming being practiced on a large scale in this particular region. Okay, so milk production, other things will not happen much in this particular region. Human habitation is also very less in this particular region due to the prevalence of pest. Fine. So if the milk production is not happening much, okay, what they are doing? They are importing. They are importing either, or what you find is what? What you find is, okay, the tribes, okay, they for their sustainable consumption, they keep certain nothing but, okay, what? Certain livestock with them. But large scale large scale farming, dairy farming, or large scale, okay, human habitation you don't find in this particular region. So clear? So that's why the density of human population is less over here. Density of human population is less over here. Only the tribes that has grown over there, okay, original people, native people that have lived over here, they are found more in this particular region. Density of human population is less in this particular region. Fine. Now, the other thing that you have to keep in mind is, as we discussed, soils are not very fertile in this region. When soils are not very fertile, how does it support so much vegetation? How do you think it supports so much vegetation when soils are not very fertile? Remember, we discussed leaching phenomena is dominating. Leaching phenomena means what? The minerals are moving from topsoil to bottom of soil. So how this, okay, is supporting so much of trees, so much of nothing but, okay, what, so much of, okay, the vegetations, plants, okay, because it requires what? It requires nutrient. Okay, so how does it get the nutrient? All water is coming, but okay, nutrient how you'll give, how do you give nitrogen, how you'll give phosphorus, okay, how you'll give nothing but, okay, phosphate, which is required by the plants, okay. So how do you provide such particular nutrients? Because of, okay, what, because of the presence of huge amount of trees. Because of presence of huge amount of trees, you'll see the leaf and etc will fall onto the ground. From the trees, what will happen? Leaf and etc will fall onto the ground. Now this will create what? When these leaves and etc will be degraded, what will happen? Decomposed, degraded, what will happen? It will create a layer of humus. It will create a layer of humus. What is humus? Humus is basically organic deposition over the soil. Clear? So when leaves and etc other vegetation from the plant falls out, they get decomposed, okay, and they releases what? They releases a nutrient, and this nutrient are being absorbed by who? These nutrients are being absorbed by the plants, okay, that is okay there. Clear? So since, as we discussed, there is a huge growth of what? Microorganism. Decomposition happens at a faster rate. Decomposition happens at the faster rate, and that's why humus, a thick layer of humus you're going to find in this particular region, which provides a nutrient. Fine. Another important thing that you see is lumbering activity is not very dominating in this region. Lumbering activity is not very dominating in this region. What is lumbering activity? Lumbering activity is cutting down of trees. Cutting down of trees for timber and other purposes. Okay, when you cut down the trees for timber and other purposes, it is called as a lumbering activity. It is not very dominating. Why? Why it is not very dominating? No.
Because
humans are not there. Any other reason? Because the forests are very dense. When forests are very dense, let's say you cut the tree, you will get what? Hardwood. How you will take this hardwood from one location to another location? Okay, you require transportation, no? If big, because trees are, we discuss hardwood. Hardwood means heavy things are there. Okay, when you cut a tree, you get a log, no? Big log. How do you transfer this big log from one place to another place? For this, you require a vehicle. Okay, and for vehicle to move inside the forest, what is required? Okay, yes, you requires, okay, road, but it is not possible to create because of what? Because of thick forest. Okay, the area is what? Area is covered with the trees and etc. That is okay there. Thick forests are there, so there is a lot of barriers to nothing but, okay, movement, and that's why you don't see lumbering activity dominating in this particular region. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part? So these are, okay, what? These are the characteristic of whom? Characteristic of nothing but, okay, equatorial rainforest region. So what we discuss is what? Rainforest region, high amount of what? Rainfall, and the temperature is, okay, almost greater than 18 degrees Celsius. There are no such seasons. And always hot conditions are something that are prevailing. As a result, huge amount of rainfall happens. Which type of rainfall? Convectional rainfall happens in this particular region. Because of this huge amount of rainfall, what will happen? Trees do not require to shed their leaves. They remain green throughout the year. That's why it is called as an evergreen forest. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular part? Another thing we have discussed is what? That when the water will go underground, what will happen? It will take material from top to bottom, which is called the leaching. So soils are not very fertile, but they get nutrient through what? They get nutrient through humus. Humus comes from where? From nothing but okay, the the leaves and etc. or other thing which is okay being decomposed on the ground, that is releasing the nutrient. Not much of a human habitations you are finding, not much of a livestock you are finding, because of what? Because of growth of microorganisms which causes disease, so not suitable for human habitation. So only certain tribes which are historically living in this region, okay, they are generally found: Orange Ashley tribes, Pygmies tribes. Okay, vegetation is equatorial vegetation, hardwood vegetation, and these vegetations are not now being cleared for plantation activities, that is palm oil, rubber, cocoa. And you'll also see what? You'll also see nothing but okay this type, okay, malaria, yellow fever, other type of disease that can grow in this particular region. Fine, any doubt regarding this part? The other than this, what you have to keep in mind is now some of the equatorial region, like we discussed, where do we find equatorial region? In this, okay, in this you are finding, we discussed Malaysia, Indonesia. Okay, there you are finding this type of nothing but okay region. So they are also influenced by what? They are here, they are also influenced by land and sea breeze. Okay, here they are also influenced, especially in coastal areas. They are influenced by which type of okay breeze? Land and sea breeze also, that is okay there. Clear? So remember, during the daytime what will happen? The land get heated quickly, low pressure on the land, high pressure on the sea. So as a result, wind will blow from sea towards land, and that is called as a sea breeze. In the night time, opposite thing happens. So climate moderation also happens in this particular region. Clear? So that's why you'll also see what? Equatorial region, which are excessively hot over here, hot over here, will have some moderation towards what? Will have some moderation towards coastal region. Why it will have a moderation? Because of land and sea breeze. Fine, any doubt regarding this one? Also, since temperature is greater than 18 degrees Celsius throughout the year, mean monthly temperature is greater than this. That's why you don't see what? You don't see high variation in annual range of temperature or diurnal range of temperature. You don't find high variation in annual range of temperature or diurnal range of temperature. You don't find much of high variation. Clear? Why? Why? Because we discussed what is our range of temperature means. Let's say maximum temperature reaches 40 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature reaches, okay, what? Minimum temperature reaches, let's say, minus 10 degrees Celsius. What is the range of temperature? Range of temperature is minus this, that is 50 degrees Celsius. So what is the difference between these two temperature? 50 degrees Celsius. But in equatorial region, we discuss maximum can be around 38, 39. Minimum can be around 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, so what will happen is, okay, difference of what? Difference of only 20 degrees Celsius is there. So diurnal range of temperature means what? Daily temperature. Okay, maximum daily temperature, minimum daily temperature. Okay, that is very low. Difference is very low. Even in annual range means we are talking about maximum okay temperature in throughout the year and minimum temperature throughout the year. The difference is very low in case of nothing but okay equatorial region. So that's why this region do not experiences high variation in annual range of temperature or diurnal range of temperature. Fine, any doubt regarding this one? Can you answer this question?
Option
Option A. Option A. First thing, annual and daily range of temperature is low. That is okay. One thing, this can happen in, okay, what? This can happen in equatorial region. Then annual range and daily range of temperature is something that is okay, low. We just now discussed that. Precipitation occurs throughout the year. That is also we have discussed, but this is not there. Precipitation varies between how much? We discussed, yes, okay. Equatorial region get what? Get nothing but, okay, rainfall always greater than 200 to 250 centimeter. Clear? So here it is, okay, what? Here it is talking about which type of climate? Marine west coast climate. Okay, so this is a feature of which type of climate? Marine west coast. So just now we discussed if, okay, what, like this region we discussed, this is, okay, what, this is a west coast, this region is west coast, okay, there, and we discussed it is going to be influenced by which type of breeze? Land and sea breeze. It is going to be influenced by which type of breeze? Land and sea breeze. You know that if, okay, we are talking about this climate, here we are talking about west coast, then what will happen? Here if you are talking about west coast, this is also going to be influenced by moderation of land and sea breeze. Okay, that is okay there. So it is talking about which type of climatic condition? Marine west coast climatic condition. So you have to remember how much rainfall is something that is okay happening. These two conditions are also true for whom? These two conditions are also true for equatorial climate, but third condition is not matching with the equatorial climate, because equatorial climate have rainfall greater than what? Greater than 200 to 250 centimeters. So this type of questions you are going to get in the case of what? You are going to get in the case of examination. Clear? Can you answer this 30th? We discuss acid rain. Yeah. So it is going to be sulfur dioxide. Okay, as we discuss H2SO4 formation and other formations, so that you have to keep in mind. This is how the question has been asked in the case of examination. Now there is also a question on Photochemical smog. Can you answer this? We discussed smog, two type of smog, Los Angeles and other smog. Okay. So Los Angeles is also known as what? Photochemical smog. Why this is formed? Photochemical smog. Why the photochemical smog forms? Yeah, vehicular emission. So what from vehicles, what is coming out? Nitrogen oxide. We discussed sulfurous smog, London smog. From where what is coming? Sulfur dioxide is coming. We discussed, okay, NOx. From where NOx is coming from? Vehicular emission. So you have, okay, what? NOx is being converted into what? O3s. We discussed surface ozones are what? Toxic in nature, highly reactive in nature. So answer here is what? Answer here is nothing but, okay, NO2, O3 and peroxytyl nitrate. No, not D. Okay, the first one, pan formation. Now, can you answer this 55? 55. Option D. Yes, all three are correct. Presence of tall trees with dense canopy that we have discussed is a characteristic. Second, we discussed species diversity is very high. Large number of species you can find, so that is also correct. Presence of numerous varieties of what? Epiphyte. We discussed what is epiphyte, which takes the help of other plants to grow. So all three are correct. So answer is going to be what? 1, 2, 3. Like this question has been asked in the case of examination. Fine. Then there is one more question. I think it's 2012 paper. Now, this is I forgot which year it was asked. Fine. The question was, which I forgot. Question was that if you cut the equatorial forest, if you are removing, why it is difficult to regrow the equatorial forest? If we are removing the equatorial forest, like in Amazon region, what we are doing? We are cutting the forest and we are going for which type of cultivation? No, we are going for which type of cultivation? We are going for rubber cultivation, like we discussed in case of the Malaysia. We are going for cultivation, palm oil cultivation. So if you are removing the forest, why it is difficult to regrow?
Regrow the trees.
Yeah, regrow the forest. If you want to regrow the forest, because deforestation is happening, if you want to afforest the region, why it is difficult?
Soil fertility.
Yeah, soil fertility is less in nature. Okay, so deciduous forest is easier to grow than what? Evergreen forest. Okay, deciduous forest is easier to grow than the evergreen forest, because once evergreen forest is being cut, what will happen? Since soils are not very fertile, how the soils are getting what? How the soils are getting the nutrient? How the soils are getting the nutrient? We discuss soils are getting the nutrient through the trees only. If trees are being cut, then what will happen? Soils will not have a nutrient. When they will not have a nutrient, what will happen? You cannot regrow the forest, okay, itself. So that was the question that was asked in the case of examination. So remember that in wherever deciduous forests are there, their soils are more fertile as compared to nothing but okay evergreen region. Fine. So this is all about okay what? This is all about your evergreen equatorial rainforest climate. The second type of climate that we have is what? Monsoon climate. So what now we are moving to the second type of climate, which is a tropical monsoon climate. Fine. So tropical monsoon climate, generally you are finding between what? Between 10 to 30 degree on the eastern side. So generally you're finding 10 to 30 degree on the eastern side, you're going to find this type of climate. Fine. So you can see this is okay where you are finding which type of climate? Tropical monsoon type of climate, and this is also tropical marine type of climate. Okay, so like we discussed just now, marine west coast climate, like that little bit you also find tropical marine type of climate. So you can see this region, this entire region is which type of climate? This entire region is which type of climate? Monsoon climate. This entire region is which type of climate? Monsoon climate. So India is experiencing which type of climate? Monsoon climate. Along with that, Myanmar, Bangladesh, also find Sri Lanka, Thailand. They are experiencing which type of climate? They are experiencing a monsoon climate. Along with that, who is experiencing? No, Australia. Remember, we discussed which type of wind? Southwest monsoonal wind and northwest monsoonal wind. So northwest monsoonal wind is creating rainfall where? In the case of Australia. Southwest monsoonal wind is creating rainfall where? In the case of nothing but okay this particular region. Fine. Now also you'll find what? You'll find this region, these regions that you're finding on the eastern side, you are finding more of which type of climate? Marine climate, marine climate. Why? Because they are influenced by land and sea breeze. They are influenced by which type of breeze? Land and sea breeze. So that's why you are seeing here more of a marine type of climatic condition, land and sea breeze. Clear? So you have two different type of climate, okay, that you are finding. One is tropical monsoon climate and another is nothing but, okay, tropical marine type of climate. Monsoon climate, where you are finding entire India, Bangladesh, you are finding Myanmar, Thailand, Sri Lanka, those are experiencing which type of climatic condition? Monsoon type of climatic condition. And Northwest Australia is experiencing which type of climatic condition? Okay, monsoonal type of climatic condition. Rest are experiencing which type of, okay, wind? Rest are experiencing the which type of climatic condition? Tropical marine type of climatic conditions. Fine. So why this tropical monsoon climatic condition? As we discussed, during what? During the period of equinoxes, equatorial low pressure belt is where? During the period of equinoxes, equatorial low pressure belt is here. As a result, okay, you'll see which wind blows over here? Northeast trade wind. Which wind blows over here is a northeast trade wind. Which wind blows over here? Southeast trade wind. Yes, okay. Which wind blows over here is southeast trade wind. Clear? Now, when northeast trade wind is blowing over here, it is coming from where to where? From land towards what? Sea. It is moving from where to where? From land to sea. Clear? So land to sea, if it is going to move, which type of wind it is going to be there? Offshore wind. Offshore wind do not create any type of rainfall. So it is moving from land to sea. But the same northeast wind, when it is blowing over here, it is picking up the moisture from the Atlantic Ocean and creating rainfall where? Creating rainfall in these particular regions. So that's why it is which type of climatic condition? Marine type of climatic condition, because it is influenced by the ocean that is present nearby. So in India, you don't see rainfall, much of rainfall in this with the northeast trade wind. Why? Because northeast trade wind act as a which type of wind? Offshore wind. But the same northeast wind can create rainfall in this region because of what? Because of nothing but, okay, marine influences. That's why you have a marine type of climatic condition. Now, talk about southeast trade wind. When southeast trade wind, when you are taking up, it is, okay, blowing over Australia, it is which type of wind? It is going to be offshore wind. It is going to be which type of wind? Offshore wind, moving from nothing but, okay, land towards sea. But the same wind, when it is, okay, moving over here, it is picking moisture, causing rainfall and what? Causing rainfall in these regions. So that's why which type of climatic conditions is going to be there? Marine type of climatic condition. Fine. During the summer, what will happen? During the summer, you know that equatorial low pressure belt, what? Equatorial low pressure belt shift over here, and as a result, the southeast trade wind has to what? The southeast trade wind has to cross equator, and they become which type of wind? Southwest monsoonal wind. So as a result, this region receives rainfall. As a result, this region receives rainfall. Fine. While the southeast, okay, still can, okay, what? Still can pick up moisture and create rainfall over here. Southeast can still pick up moisture and create rainfall over here. That is okay there. So that's why they are influenced by marine type of conditions. That's why it is called as a tropical marine condition. Clear? While India experiences which type of condition? Monsoonal climatic conditions. Fine. During the, okay, winter, what will happen? This equatorial low pressure belt shift over here. So northeast trade wind now has to cross equator. It becomes which type of wind? Northwest monsoonal. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So this is a reason why you see the different type of climatic condition: tropical monsoon and tropical marine. Why tropical marine? Because these winds, northeast trade wind or southeast trade wind, pick up moisture and create rainfall in this region. But when it is blowing over India, it is offshore in nature, doesn't create nothing but, okay, rainfall. Fine. Any doubt? So one type of, okay, climatic conditions. So one type, okay, that you are finding is tropical monsoon type of climate, where you are experiencing in India, Australia, yes, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Sri Lanka. All these are experiencing what? All these are experiencing the tropical monsoon type of climatic conditions. Fine. Now, this type of climate experiences 3 seasons. So as we discussed, equatorial region experiences what? Experiences no season. This is experiencing how many season? 3 season. Which are the 3 season? One is rainy season. Rainy season. We call it as hot and humid season. Hot and humid season, which is generally between what? June to October period. Okay, so rainy season, hot and humid season, that generally you will find June to October period. Then you will find what? Winter season. Winter season, you're going to experience winter season, or we call it as a cool and dry season. Cool and dry season. This generally you experience between November to Feb. And then you will see hot and dry season, or we also call it as a summer season. Summer season, generally between what? March to early June. March to early June, you're gonna experience 3 different seasons. So tropical monsoon climate have 3 different seasons. That is okay. Rainy season, hot and humid season. Then you'll also see what? Then also see winter season, cool and dry season, and hot and dry season. That is okay there. Clear? Now, most of the rainfall happens in this season. Most of the rainfall happens in this season because of which wind? Southwest monsoonal wind, or due to northwest monsoonal wind. In Australia, it occurs due to what? In Australia, it occurs due to northwest monsoonal wind. In India and in other countries, okay, it occurs due to what? Southwest monsoonal wind. Clear? Now, winters are mostly dry. Winters are mostly dry, but a slight region may receive rainfall. Like we discussed, in India, Tamil Nadu receives rainfall in what? Tamil Nadu receives rainfall in a winter season. Why Tamil Nadu receives rainfall in a winter season? So as we discussed, in winter, equatorial low pressure belt shift where? Southward. And here which wind is blowing? Here which wind is blowing? Northeast trade wind. Northeast trade wind now has to cross the equator. They become which type of wind? Northwest monsoonal wind. And this northwest monsoonal wind create rainfall where? Create rainfall in the Australia. But when this northeast monsoonal wind, northeast wind is blowing over Bay of Bengal, it pick up certain moisture and create rainfall where? Create rainfall in the Tamil Nadu coast. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So most of the northeast is offshore only. They are going from land to sea. But some of the northeast can pick up moisture from where? From nothing but okay, Bay of Bengal region, and can create rainfall. So though the winters are mostly dry, but you will see slight rainfall also in case of nothing but okay, winter season. Mostly dry it is going to be there, but slight rainfall can happen due to which type of wind? Northeast monsoonal wind. Okay, these are referred as a northeast monsoonal wind. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So the tropical monsoon type of climate will experiences how many seasons? They are going to experience nothing but okay, 3 major seasons. What are the 3 major seasons? The rainy season, hot and humid season, clear? Winter season, cool and dry season, and the third that you see is okay, hot and dry season. Fine. Winds are not created due to Coriolis force. Winds are deflected due to Coriolis force. We discussed pressure gradient force, no? When difference in pressure is going to be there. High pressure, one region is going to be what? Other is going to be low pressure. So what will happen? Pressure gradient force will develop, and pressure gradient force will drive the wind from where to where? High pressure to low pressure. Clear? So when wind is moving from here to here, by the time what will happen? Because Earth is rotating, this place will move from where to where? From the other side. So as a result, wind has to change their original path and deflect towards this particular side, which is Coriolis force. Right? No, high pressure and low pressure. Okay, because of the sun's heat. Okay, because sun heats one area more than what? Other area. So one area is heated more means what will happen? Low pressure expansion is going to be created. Other area is what? High pressure, because cooling is happening. Other area high pressure is created. So this difference in gradient causes wind to move from where to where? high pressure to low pressure. So it is sun's heat that is okay responsible for wind movement. Fine. So another important okay thing that we have discussed is what it experiences more than okay three different nothing but okay seasons. That's why tropical monsoon climate is characterized by what? It is characterized by seasonal reversal of wind. Seasonal reversal of wind. That is arrival of monsoonal wind, retreat of monsoonal wind, retreat of monsoonal wind, and then you'll see what? Then you'll see blowing of offshore wind. So arrival of monsoonal wind, retreat of monsoonal wind, as well as offshore wind. These are okay. What? These are important part that you find with regard to tropical monsoon climate. So it is characterized by which type of wind? It is characterized by seasonal reversal of wind, arrival of monsoonal wind, retreat of monsoonal wind, as well as offshore wind. Fine. So during summer, what will happen? You see, northeast wind are blowing like this. Now during rainy season, how the northeast wind are okay? Which wind are flowing? Southwest monsoonal wind. So sometimes you see this type of wind is blowing. Sometimes you see nothing but okay, this type of wind are blowing. So what will happen? Seasonal reversal is happening. Direction is changing. So this is called by characterized by seasonal reversal of wind. Okay, this is characterized by seasonal reversal of wind. So northeast wind as well as nothing but okay, southwest monsoonal wind. Wind direction keeps on reversing in the tropical monsoon climate. Fine. Fine. That's why in this type of in this type of climatic condition, you will find which type of forest. You'll find which type of forest or which type of vegetation. It is called as a monsoon forest. Monsoon forest. So in this type of climatic condition, which type of forest you are going to see? Monsoon forest you are going to see. Now what is the characteristic of monsoon forest? First thing, they are not as dense as what? Not dense as equatorial rainforest. They are not dense as equatorial rainforest that you will find. Fine. The second important thing that you see is the tree do shed their leaves. Tree do shed their leaves. So trees are not evergreen. That's why they are referred as which type of forest? Deciduous forest. They are referred as which type of forest? Deciduous forest, because trees do shed their leaves. Fine. Rainfall, as we discussed, most of the rainfall happens in which season? Rainy season. But you will find rainfall abundant in this period, around 150 to 200 centimeters. Fine. Rainfall happens in rainy season, but rainfall can be abundant in this period, around 150 to 200 centimeters of rainfall you are going to see in this particular period. Fine. As a result, trees are going to be what? Trees are going to be hardwood. Trees are hardwood in nature. Trees are going to be what? They are going to be hardwood in nature. This is what you're finding. Okay, so deciduous forest, trees are going to be hardwood, and when they are hardwood, you can use it for which type of activity? Timber and other activities. So what you see is lumbering activity are something that are being done. Forests are also not dense, means you can create what? You can create a pathway for transportation also. So that's why lumbering activity dominate in this particular region. Clear? Fine. So what are the dominant type of trees you're going to find? You're going to find teak, you're going to find saul, you're going to find acacia, even eucalyptus. So these are these are the type of trees you're going to see in case of nothing but in case of the tropical monsoon type of climatic condition. These are hardwood, durable wood, and can be used for various activities. Clear? Fine. What will happen since rainfall happens in what? Since rainfall happens in a particular season, rainfall happens in a particular seasons, the much of much of mineral movement is not there downward, and as a result leaching activity do not much dominate in this region. Clear? Because rainfall do not happen throughout the year, rainfall happens only in certain seasons. That's why what you see is material will not move from here to here, so soils are going to be what? Fertile. So soils are generally fertile over here. Soils are generally fertile because leaching activity is not much dominating. Leaching activity not much dominating in this particular region. Clear? But trees has to what? Trees has to nothing but survive which season? Drier season. We discussed 3 seasons are there, na? Only one is rainy season, other two are what? Cool and dry season and hot and dry season. So you are finding 2 dry period in this particular climatic condition. One is called as what? One is called as nothing but the cool and dry season. Another is called as nothing but hot and dry season. So 2 dry seasons are there. Tree has to survive. In cool season, what will happen? Evaporation less. But in hot season, what will happen? Evaporation will more. Tree will lose their water over much more over here. That's why trees are going to what? Trees are going to shed their leaves in the hot season. When evaporation will be more, to reduce the loss of water, trees are going to shed their leaves. Fine. Any doubt regarding this one? So as a result, you'll find what? You'll find that the under growth of roots is very much. So below the soils, you'll see root growth is very much. Undergrowth of roots. Root will grow to a much deeper areas. Why? Because they have to survive which season? Drier season. So that's why root need water to survive. As a result, dense growth of dense growth of roots is going to be there. Clear? And you'll see the trees are tall here, but not very tall as you see in which region? Equatorial region. So trees are tall, but trees are not very tall as you see in case of equatorial region. Neither you're going to find dense canopy. Neither you're going to find dense canopy like we discussed in equatorial region. So no epiphytes. You don't find epiphytes over in this particular region. Dense canopy are there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? Now this area is since this soils here are fertile, so they can be used for what? They can be used for agriculture. Soils here are fertile, so they can be used for agriculture. Which type of agriculture you are seeing? Paddy cultivation. Like one of the important thing that you are finding is wet paddy cultivation. So monsoonal rainfall, generally it is grown when there is a rainy season, because paddy requires lot amount of water. So generally it is grown when it is grown in the rainy season. So wet paddy cultivation. So chief cereal crop in this particular region is what? Chief cereal food or staple food in this particular region is rice, because of paddy cultivation domination. Clear? Paddy cultivation is more dominating in this region. That's why chief cereal staple food of this particular region is rice. Fine. In lowland region, you'll also find growth of cash crops. In lowland region, you'll also find growth of cash crop. Fine. So along with the paddy cultivation, you can also go cash crop like jute crop. In India, like you'll find Bangladesh and West Bengal, where rainfall is more high, you go for nothing but jute crops. You also go cotton crops, which is also a cash crop. So cotton crop. Then you'll also see sugar cane. All these are all these are the crops that you also grow in a lowland areas. Fine. So cash crops are also grown. Clear? What is cash crop? What is a cash crop?
Demand of that.
Demand of that is high. No, the crop that can be okay, what the crop that can be directly sold to industry and you can get a cash for that, the type of crop is called as what? The type of crop is called as a cash crop. Clear? So the crop that can be directly sold to the industry, like cotton is sold to whom? Cotton textile industries. Jute is sold to jute industries. Sugarcane is sold to sugar industries. So those that provide cash, okay, that type of, okay, what, that type of crop are called as a cash crop. The second type of crop is called as a food crop, that you eat it. Okay, food crop is, okay, what, that you eat, like the paddy is, okay, food crop. You'll also see what, you'll also see nothing but, okay, the wheat, the other type, barley, jowar, okay, those are, okay, what, those are nothing but, okay, food crop that you are growing. Fine. So that's why, if you remember, if you go through the history, you'll study about something called indigo revolt. Why indigo cultivation was being done? It was a kind of cash crop that we used to grow, and Britishers used to nothing but, okay, buy those particular indigo. Fine. Next, what you find in highland region,
The lowland means the
not mountainous region. Lowland means not mountainous region. That is lowland region. Highland region means, okay, mountainous region that you are finding. So in highland region, mountainous region, you're gonna find plantation activities being taken. Plantation activities being taken in case of highland region. Fine. So which type of plantation activities? Like you grow tea cultivation, coffee cultivations. Fine. You'll also find, okay, like rubber. In Kerala, you'll see rubber cultivation is being done. In Karnataka, which type of cultivation is done? Coffee cultivation is being done. In Nilgiri Hills, you also grow tea cultivation, that is, okay, there. So what you see is, okay, this type of nothing but, okay, plantation activities are being taken. This type of plantation activities are being taken in the highland region. So in lowland region, what you are, okay, growing? In lowland region, you are growing cash crop. While in highland region, generally what you are growing? Plantation crops. What is plantation crops? Those crops that requires large area and extensive labor. Okay, those area that requires large, okay, what? Large area, extensive labor, skilled manpower. Those type of, okay, those type of cultivation are referred as a plantation cultivations. Fine. Another thing, we discussed which type of activity is dominating. So either you are going for agriculture, you are going for paddy cultivation, you are going for cash crop, you are going for plantation crops, you are also going for which type of activities? You are going for which type of activities? Lumbering activities, that is, okay, there. So you are going for which type of activities? Lumbering activities, that is, okay, also dominating in this region. Fine. Lumbering activities also dominating in this particular region. Clear? Especially where the forests are more, you can see certain tribes also practicing which type of cultivation? Shifting cultivation. Yes. So where forests are more, there you'll see the tribes also practicing shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. So that name also you keep in mind, slash and burn agriculture. Fine. So there are certain tribes like Ladakh, Tonga. Okay, so these are, okay, tribes, okay, which practice which type of cultivation? Shifting cultivation. Ladakh is there, Tonga is there, Tamrai is also there, Tamrai, Tamrai is there, Chena is there, Tamrai is there, Chena is there. So these are the tribes, okay, which are practicing which type of cultivation? These are the tribes which are practicing shifting cultivation. Okay. So Ladakh basically is there in what? Ladakh basically practices shifting cultivation where? In which region they practice shifting cultivation? In Malaysia. Ladakh practice shifting cultivation is of Malaysia. Okay, Tonga in Myanmar. Tonga in Myanmar. Okay. The Tamrai, Thailand. Tamrai practices in case of nothing but, okay, Thailand. Chena in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. Milpa Milpa. Okay, this is in Africa. It's in Africa. So these are the tribes, okay, that is practicing which type of cultivation? Shifting cultivation, which is dominating in this region. Fine. So also you remember there are two different type of farming. One is called as a subsistence farming, another is called as a commercial farming. There are two different type of farming. One is called as a subsistence farming, another is called as a commercial farming. What is subsistence farming means? What is subsistence farming means? A type of farming where whatever you are producing, you are consuming. Okay, whatever you are producing, you are consuming. Those type of farming are referred as which type of farming? Subsistence farming. Okay, so whatever you are producing, you are consuming that. That type of farming is referred as what? That type of farming is referred as a subsistence farming. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? And those type of farming where you grow things for selling purposes, not for consumption purposes, that type of farming are called as a commercial farming. So the tribes generally practice which type of farming? Subsistence farming. Yes, subsistence farming. So you can find subsistence farming also, sometimes plantation. Why you are doing plantation activities, tea, coffee, and etc. for selling purposes. So that is okay. What? That is a which type of farming? Commercial farming. Fine. So tribes generally practice which type of farming? Subsistence farming. Clear? So what you have to keep in mind is what? What you have to keep in mind is that this type of tropical monsoon type of climatic condition, tropical monsoon type of climatic condition are generally found in which side? On the eastern side, generally between which latitude? 10 to 30 degree latitude. These are the regions which experience tropical monsoon, and we discussed some of the regions also experiences tropical marine type of climate. These type of climate have how many seasons? 3 seasons, and these are characterized by which type of wind? Seasonal reversal of wind. Seasonal reversal of wind is something that is okay there. So they are characterized by seasonal reversal of wind. Clear? Trees have, okay, what? Trees are not as dense, but trees are tall in nature. They also have a higher root growth. Why higher root growth? Because they have to survive the dry season. Trees shed their leaves. Which type of trees are, which type of forests are being found? Deciduous forest. What are the type of trees you are seeing? Teak, sal. Okay, these are the trees you are finding, and they are tall but not very tall, as you see in case of equatorial region. Lumbering activities dominate. Along with that, you can go for cultivation of different type, like paddy cultivation, cash crop cultivation, plantation cultivation, shifting cultivation. These type of activities you are seeing in what? These type of activities you are seeing in the monsoon type of climatic conditions. Fine. Any doubt regarding this one? So have a break and then we'll further continue. Can you answer 66? Only one. Anyone else? Two only. Anyone else? What is the reason only one? What is the reason only two?
Because northwestern from western is the India does not have, before India developed land, it cannot have moisture.
Fine.
So
Fine. Now the question says, the first statement says, the wind which blows between 30° north and 60° south latitude throughout the year are known as westerlies. Correct? Read the statement, correct or wrong? Why? Yes, pressure belt are permanent, so wind blows throughout the year, but it blows between which to which latitude? Where do you see blowing of westerlies? So this is okay. What this is subtropical high pressure belt. From subtropical high pressure belt to subpolar low pressure belt, you will see blowing of this. So either it will blow in northern hemisphere or it will blow in southern hemisphere. How it can blow from northern to southern hemisphere? What it is written? Either it will be both north, 30° to 60° north, okay, should be there, or 30° south to 60° south will be there. How it can be from 30° north to 60° south? Latitude itself is given wrong as a, so that's why this is wrong statement. Second, the moist air masses that cause winter rain. Remember western disturbances we talked about? We discussed winter rain, western disturbances that is coming. It is due to which wind? It is due to westerlies only, no? So we discussed subtropical high pressure belt shift over here. So westerlies start blowing, they pick up the moisture and create what? Create nothing but okay rainfall. This is called as what? This is called as the western disturbances. So yes, second is correct statement. First is wrong, second is correct. So this is how the question has been asked in the examination. So read the statement carefully. What the statement is something that is okay given. And as we discussed, moist air masses that cause winter rain in India. Winter rain will come from where? From the west side only it will come. So it is going to be part of what? It is going to be part of westerlies. So second is correct, first is wrong.
So
Yeah.
I have a doubt in options actually.
Fine. Tell me.
So the options are like one only, two only.
Huh.
So one only means out of one and two, one is correct. Or
It's-
two is correct.
First one is correct, second is wrong. That is one only. If first is correct, second is wrong, then okay, you'll choose one only. If second is correct, first is wrong, then what will happen? Choose only. If both
So
are,
I know that second is correct. First is wrong. So I have to choose one.
Then second only. Then two only, because question is asking which of the statement is correct. Correct means what? Your second statement is correct and first statement is what? Wrong. So answer will be what? Two only. If question here asking incorrect, incorrect means what? First statement is incorrect. So answer will be what? A, one only. Fine. So which statement is incorrect or which statement is correct? You have to give that particular result.
Basically, options are written complete, so maybe the times are written.
Okay. So incorrect means what? You have to identify which statement is incorrect. So first is incorrect. So you'll mark as one only if question is asking which of the following are incorrect. If question is asking which of the following is, so since first is wrong statement, only second is correct statement. So you have to find two only. Fine.
Only one, only two, then
That is a different. Then statement will come that which statement is correct. Only one is correct. Only two is correct. Only three is correct. That is okay. Which 80 can you answer 80? Mediterranean. Okay. Anyone else? Answer here is equatorial region. Answer here is what? Currently we have discussed only two climatic condition. No, if I'm asking question, you can apply the logic. No, if I'm asking question, it has to be related either with the equatorial. Yeah, rain is soon over. Yeah, each day is more or less the same. Morning is clear and bright with a sea breeze as the sun climbs high in the sky. So if sun comes, you'll see what will happen. Heat mount up. Heat mount up. What will happen to the air? Air will also get heated up. When air get heated up, what will happen? It will rise up. Rise up creates what type of okay thing? Rainfall it will create. When it will create rainfall, it will be what? It will lose all the moisture. Once it loses all the moisture, what will happen to rain? It will get over. No, so we discuss each day rainfall is happening. Clear? What is mentioned over here is each day. In equatorial region, we discuss what? Rainfall happens throughout the year. Throughout the year means what? Every month it is happening. Every day it is, sometimes every day it is happening. That is okay there. So it is saying each day you will see what? You will see cloud coming, cloud creating a rainfall. And then again what will happen? Clear sky happens. Clear? So when clear sky will happen, then only what will happen? If clear sky happen, then only what will happen? Earth will get heated up. When earth will get heated up, then only what will happen? Convectional current will form. If clear sky is not there, then what will happen? Sun rays will not reach to the earth. So first clear sky need to be there. When clear sky will happen, then what will happen? You see convectional currents are going to be generated. Then they are going to create what? Rainfall. So rain has to get over, no? Then only what will happen? It will come. So it is a feature of which type of region? Equatorial region. So equatorial region, as we discussed, rainfall is happening. If question is coming that rain is happening, each day rain is expecting, where do you see? In equatorial region, rainforest region only, because in no other climatic condition you'll see rainfall throughout the year. Only in equatorial region you'll see rainfall throughout the year. So if question is asking if rain is happening, okay, every day, almost every month, then what will happen? It is okay, what? Equatorial type of climatic condition. Can you answer this one?
The concept, but it is not raining it soon over.
Yeah.
So I thought equatorial region
throughout the year. For day it is getting over, no? Next day again it is question itself is mentioning what each day it is happening. This phenomena is repeating every day. Clear? So what will happen? If you remember, we discussed what happens. Generally, rainfall happens between what 2 to 4 p.m. Because when what will happen when convectional current, earth get heated, convectional current rise up, this creates rainfall. Fine. Then what will happen? Sky get clear up. Again, what will happen? Next day, what will happen? Again, heating will happen. Again, rising. Again, cloud formation. Again, rainfall. This process is keep on repeating every day. So that's why this is okay. Which type of region? Equatorial region. This one 78. Yeah. Okay. Just now we discussed the teak is a dominant of which type? Deciduous forest. Okay, so it is a dominant of which type? Deciduous forest. Clear? In case of evergreen, what we have written? In case of evergreen, which type of trees you are finding? Mahogany, ebony. Okay, those trees we have mentioned. In case of monsoon, we have written monsoon means deciduous forest. We have written what? That teak, sal, acacia, those type of trees you are finding. So this type, you can see this type of question is being asked in case of examination related to nothing but okay climatic thing. Almost every year, last 10-15 years paper, if you see, almost every year you're gonna find question related to that. Like sometimes you are finding 2 questions has come related to nothing but okay this part of climatic conditions. Fine. The same question you'll find also 77th answer, in which one of the following countries of Southwest Asia do not open to the Mediterranean Sea? Clear? Which is not surrounding the Mediterranean Sea. Which is not surrounding. Which is not surrounding. It is okay. Which one? Syria or Jordan? Which one is not surrounding? Which one is not surrounding? So if you look at a map, we'll discuss Mediterranean Sea in oceanic this thing, but if you look at map, so you can see this is where Syria is lying. So you can see this is where Syria is lying. Syria is touching what? It is okay touching the Mediterranean Sea. You will see Israel also touching nothing but okay what? Mediterranean Sea. You will also see okay this is Jordan. Jordan is not touching which sea? Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so which is not touching the Mediterranean Sea? Jordan is not touching. This side Israel, this side nothing but okay Syria of the Jordan. So Jordan is something that is not touching the Mediterranean Sea. So which country is touching which seas and etc. will take up in oceanography currently. So another thing that you find is yeah, deciduous you will have shading of leaves. Fine. Can you answer now this one? Third one. Remember teak has already been asked in 2015 paper. It is a which type of tree? Deciduous tree we have just now discussed. Again teak is being repeated. That's why you have to solve previous year question paper. If you solve previous year question paper, you'll be able to know which type of question UPSC is asking, and some of the questions are also being repeated. Themes are being repeated in the case of examination. Clear? So here teak and mahua. Okay, teak and mahua, these are which type of trees? These are deciduous tree. Teak and mahua are which type of tree? Deciduous tree. Jackfruit that you use is a evergreen one. Jackfruit is your evergreen tree. So jackfruit is which type of tree? Jackfruit is evergreen tree. Teak and mahua are which type of tree? They are nothing but okay deciduous tree. Fine. So just keep this in mind. Okay, which are deciduous tree, which are nothing but okay evergreen tree. UPSC is asking this type of question in the case of examination.
Evergreen is
Yeah,
They'll
shed their leaves. Fine. Now we are coming to the concept of third type of climate, which is savanna or tropical grassland type of climate. Fine. So again, where do you see distribution of this type of climate? Tropical grassland. So you can see this is okay. What this is a distribution of which type of climate? Savanna type of climate, also referred as which one? Tropical grassland. It is referred as which type of climate? Tropical grassland type of climate. These are known by different names. As you can see, two names are given: Campos and Llanos. So in South America, the tropical grassland type of climate or savanna type of climate are also referred as what? Also referred as Llanos or Campos. So the two name that is given is a Llanos or Campos. Here they are referred as a Sudan type. Here they are referred as a Sudan type because you have North Sudan, South Sudan country. So here they are referred also as a Sudan type. Another name that is given is Saliberi. Saliberi is okay. Another name that is okay being given. So these are the different names that you are finding with regard to which type of climatic condition? Savanna type of climatic condition. So these are distributed in these particular region. Fine. Any doubt regarding this one? So rainfall in this type of this type of region will be around moderate, around 80 to 160 centimeters of rainfall. Rainfall is not very much. Rainfall is around 80 to 160 centimeter. Rainfall is moderate, but mean monthly temperature is generally greater than 18 degrees Celsius. Mean monthly temperature is greater than what? 18 degrees Celsius. So hot conditions are something that are prevailing. Mean monthly temperature are generally greater than 18 degrees Celsius. So rainfall is more okay. What rainfall is not very high. It is moderate rainfall, 80 to 160 centimeter of rainfall you are finding. Mean monthly temperature is greater than how much? 18 degrees Celsius. Fine. Now, because of this mean monthly temperature and rainfall, this type of climate generally experiences two seasons. They generally experiences two seasons. What are the two seasons? One is hot, that is summer season, and the second is cool and dry season. Hot season, summer season, cool and dry, that is winter season. Fine. The rainfall happens in summer. Clear? Whatever rainfall will happen, this rainfall will happen in summer season only. There will no rainfall in winter season. Fine. The rainfall happens in the summer season, but rainfall is what? Rainfall is not very high, as we discussed, 80 to 160 centimeter, and that's why it is very erratic. So sometimes you might see a dot also in this region. Sometimes you'll see rainfall also in this region, because variation in rainfall is huge. Variation in rainfall is used. So sometimes you'll find drought condition also. Sometimes you'll find rainy condition also, rainfall condition also, that is okay there. Clear? Generally, where you are seeing this type of climate, as we discussed, in the interior. Generally, you are finding this in the interior region, which is not influenced by what? Which is not influenced by the coastal. Clear? It is not influenced by the coastal regions. So moderation is not there. Moderation is not there by land and sea breeze. Generally, you are finding this type of climate where in the middle you are finding this type of climate. Moderation by land and sea breeze are not there. As a result, you will find that annual range of temperature is high. Annual range of temperature is high. Maximum and minimum temperature is what? Is too much. So annual range of temperature is going to be high. In summer, maximum temperature can go up. In winter, what will happen? Maximum temperature will be very low. So that's why annual range of temperature is going to be very high. Clear? Clear? Days are hot because of sun, and nights are something that are cooler. As a result, diurnal range of temperature is going to be also high. Diurnal range of temperature is also high. Fine. So days are okay. What? Days are hot. So maximum temperature. Night are cooler in nature. So diurnal range of temperature is high. So annual range of temperature is also a bit high. Diurnal range of temperature is also high as compared to equatorial region. Clear? Fine. Now, why the rainfall happens in case of month of summer? Because we discussed most rainfall is concentrated where? In the summer season. Winters are what? Winters are cool and dry season. So why do you see rainfall happens in the case of month of summer? It is because of what? During winter, what will happen? During winter, you will see equatorial low pressure belt shifting where? Shifting to this particular region. And as a result, what will happen? Subtropical high pressure belt is going to be formed in this region. Subtropical high pressure belt is going to be formed in this region. So from here to here, which wind will flow? From here to here, which wind will flow? Yes, okay, northeast trade wind. And here what will happen? Okay, it becomes a northwest trade wind. When it will cross equator, what will happen? It becomes a northwest trade wind. So you can see this northeast trade wind is okay, what? An offshore wind. It is blowing over the land. It is blowing over the land, not creating rainfall in this particular region. So that's why you don't see the rain in case of nothing but okay, winter season. In summer season, what will happen? As we discussed, equatorial low pressure belt will shift upward. Equatorial low pressure belt will shift upward. So when equatorial low pressure belt will shift upward, you will see wind crossing the equator. Now when wind crossing the equator, they are picking up the moisture and creating what? Creating nothing but okay, rainfall in this region. So by the time wind reaches from here to here, what will happen? By the time wind reaches from here to here, what will happen? Moisture will decline. Moisture will decline. First, it will create rainfall in this region. Then, okay, what will happen? It will reach to this particular region. Moisture will decline. When moisture decline, what will happen? Rainfall will be less. That's why you don't see much of rainfall. As we discussed, moderate rainfall you are going to see, not high rainfall, because by the time wind reaches from here to here, what will happen? Moisture content will decline. It will produce rainfall over here. So produce rainfall means some of the moisture will be lost. That's why you'll see lesser rainfall in this particular region. Clear? Any doubt? So whatever rainfall happens in the month of summer, because in summer winds are what? In summer winds are onshore, and in winter winds are what? Offshore. So whatever rainfall happens in the month of summer. In summer, what will happen? Winds are onshore, and in winter, what is happening? Winds are offshore. Fine. Fine. Now, the tropical region the tropical region is characterized, this tropical grassland region, rainfall is less. Rainfall is less means what? As compared to equator region, as compared to the deciduous region, monsoon type of climate, you are seeing here rainfall is less. When rainfall will be less, more trees will be supported or less trees will be supported? Less trees will be supported. Clear? Because equatorial region, very high rainfall, so more trees. As we discussed, monsoon type, further lesser rainfall, so we discussed trees are not that much dense in case of nothing but okay here further less rainfall is happening. So that's why you see the tropical grassland have a grasses, they have a tall grasses, they have a tall grasses like this, they have a tall grasses like this, followed by scattered trees, followed by scattered trees. Okay, so trees are okay, what trees are small, they do not have a much great height, moderate height, they have a moderate height and are scattered they are scattered. So trees are what? Trees are having moderate height and they are scattered and tall grasses are being found. Tall grasses are being found. Clear? Because of ample rainfall, that is moderate rainfall, you'll see grasses are going to be there, but trees are not going to be much. Trees are going to be what? Trees are going to be of moderate height, or you can also write short height as compared to what? As compared to deciduous forest or evergreen forest. Fine. This type of things is referred as a bush or veld. So the grassland, okay, region is also referred as a bush or veld. Tall grasses as well as scattered trees are characterized as a bush or veld. Clear? Trees are mostly in which? Trees are mostly in umbrella shape. Umbrella shape. So like umbrella, you'll see they'll be covering an area. They are going to be in which shape? They are going to be in umbrella shape. Fine. Fine. Now, the grasses that are being found over here, are dry in nature. Why dry in nature? Grasses that are found over here are dry in nature. Why dry in nature? Because rainfall is less. When rainfall is going to be more, then what will happen? It is going to be wet. If rainfall is less, it is going to be what? Dry in nature. So it is dry in nature. Clear? So as a result, what will happen? Because of dryness, there's an increased chances of fire. Because of dryness, what is happening? Increased chances of fire are there. Clear? So that's why, that is the reason why trees do not grow much. If trees start growing much, what will happen? The grasses, okay, will burn, and grasses, as soon as grasses will catch fire, what will happen? Trees will get burned. So this is the reason why much of trees are not being found, because of this burning condition. Clear? So since grasses are dry in nature, grass quickly burns, and when it burns, what will happen? It will also burn the trees that is okay there. Clear? So this is the reason why not much trees are being found, okay, in this particular region. Fine. Now these grasses are not very nutritious. These grasses are not very nutritious. These grasses are not very nutritious. Though grasses are present, but these grasses are not very nutritious. When grasses are not very nutritious, what will happen? What will happen? Fertility not good. Any other thing? Right. The grasses act as what? Grasses act as a fodder. Fodder for whom? For the cattle and etc. Grasses act as fodder for whom? Fodder for the cattle, livestock, etc. Clear? So these grasses are cut by whom? Farmers, and given to whom? Given to nothing but okay, their cows, buffaloes. Okay. So what you see is okay, since these are not very nutritious, what will happen? You see milk quality. Milk quality will not be very good where? In the cattle. Clear? When cattle will eat good fodder, it will give more milk. When cattle will eat less, okay, less nutritious fodder, what will happen? It will provide less milk, okay, that is okay there. Clear? So though dairy farming is okay, what? Dairy farming is being there because availability of fodder is more. Dairy farming is being practiced over here, but you don't see the much of export from here. much of export from here is not there. Dairy farming is being practiced in this region, but not much of export is not there from this region. Why much of export is not there? Because more quantity of milk is not being given by whom? By the cattle. When more quantity of milk is not given by the cattle, what will happen? What will happen? You'll see nothing but, okay, what you'll see, nutritious, okay, nutritious things are not there. Milk is not being given in more quantity, so export for availability for export is not there. Fine. So that's why you see that though this is the reason which is very, you get ample fodder are not good in nutrition, that's why not much of export happens from this particular region. Another important thing, this region is known for animals. This region is known for animals. Why known for animals? Both type of animal, herbivore animals and carnivore animals. Both are something that are found in abundant. Herbivore animal and carnivore animal, both are found in abundant. So herbivore like deer, like giraffe, okay, you'll find herbivore animal, elephant, clear? Carnivore like tiger, lion, leopards, okay, all those are something that are very found, clear? All those are very found. Clear? Why carnivore animal? Why carnivore animal? Because tall grasses allows, okay, what? Tall grasses allows them to hide. When they are catching the prey, what will happen? If prey will see them, like tiger, lion, if prey will see them, then what will happen? They will run away. Okay, so this tall grasses allows them to hide in this particular thing and catch the prey. So you will see many type of nothing but, okay, what, carnivore animal, that is, okay, also surviving this animal. And for catching the prey, what you require? Animal has to run faster. If too much trees are there, then what will happen? If too much trees are there, then what will happen? Then yes, okay, they can't run faster. They can't run faster because blockage are there. Trees are acting as a blockage. They can't run faster. Also, the prey can climb trees and, okay, what, will nothing but, okay, get away from nothing but, okay, catching and etc. So here, since scattered trees are there, not much trees are there, you see they can run faster and they can catch the prey and etc. That's why you'll see lot amount of herbivore and carnivore animals that are being found. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Also, you'll find tribes living in this region. One of the important tribes that you find is a Maasai tribe. Tribes are living in this region. One important tribe that you find is a Maasai tribe. Maasai tribe is, okay, found in East African region, like in Kenya. And there is also another tribe which is Hausa tribe, which is found in Nigeria. So this is found in Nigeria. So Maasai tribes is found in case of Kenya. Hausa tribes is found in the case of Nigeria. They are, okay, practicing agriculture over here. They are practicing agriculture, but not bigger agriculture, subsistence agriculture. Clear? Fine. Some amount of what? Some amount of, so they are practicing agriculture, but not bigger agriculture. They are also practicing dairy farming, but not large scale dairy farming. So that you have to keep in mind. Some plantation agriculture are being done over here. Plantation agriculture in case of mountains and etc. Wherever this is present, plantation agriculture are being done in this particular region. Fine. So this is, okay, another important characteristic that you find with regard to tropical grassland. What type of nothing but, okay, farming that are being practiced in this region? As we discussed, not much of agriculture is there. Why agriculture is not there much of? Because of poor soil. Soils are something that are poor in nature. Rainfall is not there. They are poor lateritic soil. Poor lateritic soil. That's why agriculture is not being practiced much. And whatever agriculture is being practiced is only for subsistence purposes, not for other purposes. Plantation agriculture is generally being done in this region. Fine. As we discussed, cattle rearing is occupation, but cattle rearing is also not done at a large scale. Why it is not done at a large scale? Because grasses are what? not nutritious in nature. Cattle rearing done, but not at a large scale because of what? Grasses are not nutritious in nature. Fine. So these are the characteristic of whom? These are the characteristic of tropical grassland. So tropical grassland is characterized by whom? Characterized by tall grasses with scattered trees. These tall grasses allows both herbivore, it is grasses, you know that herbivore eat what? Grasses and etc. It allows carnivore also to survive, so it is known for animal habitation. And you'll find this grasses are dry in nature, they easily catches fire, and as a result they doesn't allow much trees to grow in this particular region. The soils are poor, they are lateritic soil, poor soil, and as a result not much of agriculture is being practiced, not much of cattle rearing, though it is being done over here, but not much of export is being done because quality of grasses is not very good in this particular region. Fine. Any doubt regarding this part? You can see this is a question that has been asked regarding palm oil. Okay, so we discuss India is importing the palm oil tree is native to Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia means Malaysia, Indonesia. So you can see this is okay how the question has been asked regarding palm oil. So as we discussed, has been asked in palm oil. So you just remember that where it is being cultivated. Now first you answer 60. Option D. It says leaf litter decomposes faster than in any other biome. We discussed microorganisms are more where? In the equatorial rainforest because of high temperature and humid condition. Clear? Apart from trees, the vegetation is largely composed of plants that reach up to canopy. So we discussed which plant is reaching up to the height, epiphytes. So this is a description of which type of climatic condition, tropical rainforest type of climatic condition. So this is how the question has been asked. Then again you'll see another question here. Clear? Can you answer 61?
One,
1, 3, and 5. Option C. So just now we discussed what is the vegetation of savanna, tall grasses and scattered trees. And as we discussed how the trees are kept in check, because the grasses are very dry in nature, dry, so they easily catches what? Fire. So that is okay, one of the things that you are finding. Another thing, why the grasses are dry in nature? Because rainfall is not there. Rainfall is not there. As we discussed, this season is what? The season here is either you are seeing hot season or you are seeing the winter season. You are seeing summer season and you are seeing winter season, and whatever rainfall is happening in the summer season. That is okay there. Clear? So what you see is rainfall also we discussed is quite erratic. Either you may face a drought also or you may face a moderate rainfall also. So why this is okay not happening? Rainfall is not happening or grasses are dry, it is because of nothing but okay seasonal rainfall in this particular region. So 2 and 4 are definitely correct, and if you know these 2 and 4 are definitely correct, then only option that is okay left is 2, 3, 4. So grazing herbivore, what it does, as we discussed, savanna region, lot of herbivore and carnivore are there. If they eat grasses, what will happen? They eat trees, what will happen? It is difficult for nothing but okay trees to grow in such particular region. So this is okay, the reason combination of this is okay how the trees are kept in check in savanna region, that is okay there. So this is how the question has been asked in the case of examination. Clear? Now this burrowing animal and termites, burrowing animals, where you see animal below the soil, they are trying to bury themselves. Where do you see this particular condition? Generally in deserts excessive hot conditions are there, so to okay prevent them from the hot condition, what will happen, they try to grow underground. So that's why burrowing animals and termites generally you'll find in a desert region, less in case of nothing but okay savanna region. Fine, any doubt regarding this particular thing? And as we discuss soil properties, yes, soils are not very fertile, but okay what you see is okay still trees can grow, but not much trees are growing, not much trees are going because of these 3 reasons. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular part? So this is how question has been asked regarding savanna. There is another question which has been asked. So practice as much question you will practice, your concept will get clear. That's why practicing question is very important. What type of question UPSC is asking, how practice has to be done. 89 you answer. Option D. Yes, we discussed the savanna region have a definite dry season and a definite wet season. That is okay, correct statement. Rainfall throughout the year is a feature of equatorial region. Rainfall in winter only. This is a Mediterranean feature. An extremely short dry season. This is not a feature of savanna. A definite dry and wet season. So we discussed they experience two seasons. One is okay what? One is hot season. Hot season is wet season where rainfall happens. And second is what? Dry season, winter season, that is okay there. So a definite wet and dry season. This is a feature of whom? Tropical savanna. Clear? So this is how you are getting questions from climatic type. So you can see almost every year question has been asked from this particular section. So reading this climatic type and their features, what type of trees are going to grow in this region, why you don't see a growth of trees, why grasses are not nutritious, which type of cultivation is being done is very important. Fine. Next, we are coming to the fourth one, which is called as a desert type. So desert type, where do we see desert type of climatic condition? Where do we see desert type of climatic conditions? Just now we discussed it. It is going to be found in 15 to 30 degree latitude. Desert we have discussed where you are finding 15 to 30 degree latitude, and where you are finding mostly desert on the west side of whom? On the west side of continent. So you see Mojave Desert, Sonoran Desert, we have discussed Atacama Desert, Namib Desert. All these particular desert we have discussed that these are generally found in 15 to 30 degree latitude, and they are generally found on the west side of nothing but continent. So this is distribution of whom? This is a distribution of nothing but desert type of climate that you have to keep in mind. Fine. So desert type of climatic conditions. So these are basically found between 15 to 30 degree latitude. 15 to 30 degree latitude, hot deserts condition. Generally on which side? On the western side of the continent. Why the distribution is there? Remember, we discussed it is a zone of, yes, it is a zone of high pressure, and the second we have discussed is what? Yeah, cold current flowing on the western side. Cold current flowing on the western side. So these are what? These are the reasons why you see desert type of climatic conditions on the western side of the continent. Clear? Now, as the name indicates, desert means what? Rainfall will not be much. So how much rainfall is going to be there? Rainfall is generally less than 25 centimeter. Very minimum rainfall. Very less rainfall you will find in this region. Rainfall generally less than how much? 25 centimeter. Now temperature will vary over here. Temperature will vary. During daytime you will see hot condition. During night time you will see cooler condition, cool condition. Because daytime more sunlight will be received, night time earth will radiate all the all the sunlight that it has absorbed, which we call as a terrestrial radiation. So it will radiate all the terrestrial radiation. Since no clouds are there, what will happen? The earth will cool down quickly. Clear? So no clouds are there to reflect in desert region, earth will cool down quickly. So you'll find daytime hot condition, nighttime colder condition. So this lead to what? This lead to high diurnal range of temperature. This lead to high diurnal range of temperature. Clear? During winter season, you might see also development of frost in the night. During winter season, you'll also see development of frost in the night in this particular region. Frost in the night in this particular region. Fine. Now, through this entire belt, 15 to 30 degree western side, the trade winds are what? Trade winds are offshore. Trade winds are offshore throughout the year. Through this entire belt, 15 to 30 degree, trade winds are offshore. That's why you don't see what? You don't see rainfall in these regions. So permanent drought conditions are there. Permanent drought conditions are there. Permanent drought conditions. Trade winds are offshore. Permanent drought conditions are there. Fine. What will happen to annual range of temperature? Annual range of temperature will also be high. Annual range of temperature will also be high. So diurnal range of temperature is also high. Annual range of temperature is also high. Fine. The highest temperature that is recorded on the earth is recorded where? Is recorded in the desert. We discussed 57 point something, that is 58 degrees Celsius, is recorded in Algeria, which is a deserted region. So highest temperature on the earth is recorded where? It is recorded on the Algeria. That's why we discussed daytime too hot temperature, nighttime cooling will happen. Fine. Now there are certain deserts. There are certain deserts which can be created due to rain shadow effect. Certain desert which is created due to rain shadow effect. What is rain shadow effect? Yeah, generally in mountain region, remember we discussed this side is called as what? Windward side, where rainfall will happen. Remember orographic rainfall, we discussed orographic rainfall. Wind is coming from where? Wind is coming from nothing but okay, this particular side, lifting and creating rainfall. On the other side, what will happen? Drier wind will come, and this drier wind will not create any rainfall. This is called as which side of the mountain? Leeward side of the mountain. So we discussed this is called as which side of the mountain? Windward side. This is called as a leeward side of the mountain. So leeward side of the mountain, since drier wind is coming, no rain will happen. This will create which type of effect? Rain shadow effect. This will create which type of effect? Rain shadow effect. Fine. Any doubt regarding this part? So which type of desert you are seeing created due to rain shadow effect? Anyone remembers which type of deserts you are seeing creating a rain shadow effect? Sahara. No, Sahara is not creating due to rain shadow. Any other? Which desert, which is here? Which mountain is here? In Southern America? Which mountain is there in Southern America? In North America, which mountain is there? North America, Rockies. South America, Andes. Okay, so which mountain over here is there? Andes mountain. So on the other side of Andes mountain in Argentina, which type of desert you are seeing? Remember Patagonian desert, we talked about this desert. So this desert is created due to what? This desert is created due to rain shadow effect. Okay, so it is lying on the other side of the mountain. So you can see desert can be created also on the coastal areas, they can be created on the interior areas, can also be created on the rain shadow side. Clear? Fine. We are saying rainfall is happening less than 25 centimeter. Rainfall is happening less than 25 centimeters. So some amount of rain you are going to see, very little amount of rain, and this rain is happening due to what region? Why the rain happens? Because we have written rainfall is less than what? 25 centimeter in desert region. So why a bit of rain that you see, why it happens? Because of convectional rainfall. Which type of rainfall will happen? Convectional rainfall, because desert means desert is going to be heated more. When it is going to be heated more, what will happen? Convectional current will be generated. As this air will expand, goes up, some amount of rainfall it can bring. Clear? So that's why the whatever rainfall happens in desert region generally happens due to which type? Convectional rainfall. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Now, which type of vegetations you are going to see in the desert region? Which type of vegetation generally you are seeing in the desert region? The vegetation, we call it as a xerophytic. Which type of vegetation you are finding? Xerophytic. Xerophytic means zero means this type of vegetation which requires lesser water. Okay, such type of vegetations are referred as a xerophytic vegetation. So which type of vegetation that you are seeing? Xerophyte or drought resistant. Okay, drought resistant or xerophyte. Clear? So you'll find generally which type of plants being grown? Generally which type of plant being grown? Date, cactus. Clear? Such type of nothing but okay vegetations are going to grow in this particular region. So date palm, you can find cactus, you can find other type of okay what other type of nothing but okay plants which requires very less amount of water, that generally grows in this particular region. Clear? The soils are something that are okay what the soils are something that are saline. Okay, they are something having more concentration of salt. Why? Because let's say this is the different layers of soil. These are the different layers of the soil. Now in desert, what is happening? Evaporation will be more. Evaporation will be more means from the soil also what will happen? From the soil also what will happen? Evaporation will take place. When evaporation will be taking place, what will be left behind? Salt are going to be left behind. So high concentration of nothing but okay salt you might find in this region. That's why not very suitable for cultivation. Also, they contain sandy soil. They contain which type of soil? Sandy soil. Desert contain which type of soil? Sandy soil, which is not very good for holding moisture. So that is a problem you are finding in case of nothing but okay desert regions. Clear? So how desert region, how these plants are surviving, like date, like cactus, how they are surviving? Through certain adaptation mechanism. What is the adaptation mechanism? Either they have thick cuticle or waxy leaves. Thick cuticle, waxy leaves, or they have needle-shaped leaves, or they don't have a leaf itself. Thorn are going to be there. So they have thick cuticle or waxy leaves, clear, or needle-shaped leaves, or thorn is something that is okay there. No leaves are there. This is the adaptation mechanism that is okay there. This is the adaptation mechanism that is okay. Fine. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So the plants are adapted to survive in a desert region. How they adapted to survive? They have a waxy leaf. Waxy leaf minimizes what? Waxy leaf means leaves are covered with what? Leaves are covered with a layer. They are covered with a layer which minimizes the transpiration. Okay, or they have a needle-shaped leaf. Needle-shaped leaf means generally you have like this leaves. Leaves are like this, bigger in nature. When leaves have a very small size like this, needle shape, so that area is reduced for transpiration. That type of things okay you're gonna find. Or in cactus, how do you are seeing? You are seeing thorn or something that are coming out. These thorns are something that are present. So this is how plants are adopted in what? Plants are adopted in a desert conditions. Fine. So they have thick cuticle, needle-shaped leaf, and thorny nothing but okay what? Thorny nothing but okay vegetation, which allows the plant to survive in desert conditions. Fine. Now, whether the soil will be rich in humus or soil will be deficient in humus? Deficient in humus. Yes. Okay. So here soil are also deficient in humus, because not much vegetation is there, not much falling of leaves and etc. So not much falling of leaves and etc. means soil will be deficient in humus conditions. Fine. So that's why organic matter, other matters are going to be lesser over here. Soils are going to be deficient in humus. Clear? So what about people? Do you find more people or less people? Less people. Clear? But certain tribes are something that are being found in these conditions. Tribes which are living since ages in these desert conditions, they are adopted and they are surviving in these particular region. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular part? Clear? So basically Bedouin, Tuaregs, Bindibu, Bushmen, these are the tribes, okay, that are surviving in desert region. Okay, Bedouin basically in Arab region, Arab desert. Bedouin something. Tuaregs in Sahara region, Sahara desert. You'll see Tuaregs, okay, being found. Bushmen you'll find in Kalahari desert. Bindubu you'll find in Australia. Okay, so these are the tribes that are generally surviving in this region. Fine. So where do we find Bedouin tribe? Bedouin tribes in Arabian region, Tuaregs in Sahara desert region, Bindubu where? In Australia, Bushmen. So these are okay what? These are nothing but okay, different type of nothing but okay what? Different type of the tribes that you are finding. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So remember, whatever the tribes we are discussing, that can become as a question in the case of examination. Like which is correctly matched pair? So where we have discussed pygmies and orange asli. Where we have discussed pygmies and orange asli? In equatorial region. Yes, okay. So pygmies are found where? In Africa, not in case of Brazil. Okay, so that is okay. Wrong statement. Masai, where we have discussed? East Africa, that is Kenya. Yes, okay, that is correct. Masai is okay, correct. It lies in case of nothing but okay, the Kenya. And we discussed Masais are generally found in which region? In savanna climate. Okay, you'll find okay the Masai are found in where? In the savanna region, that is okay there. And Bedouin, okay, you'll find in Arab region, so that is okay, correct. Second and third are correct, first is wrong. Like that, okay, tribes can be asked in case of examination. Yeah. Now, as we discussed, human habitations are not very much in this region. Human habitation not very much, but some region do have a human habitation because of two reasons. Like you'll see Egypt, this region, Egypt is part of okay which region? Sahara desert region. But Egypt have okay human habitation. Why it has a human habitation? Because of Nile river. Which river is flowing? Nile river. So Nile river is flowing, and the Nile river, around rivers you will find what? Around rivers you will find settlement, and you will also see irrigation and other thing can happen through the rivers. So settlement can be done in this particular region. Clear? Similarly, in Pakistan, you'll see Indus River is something that is flowing. This Indus River is creating nothing but okay what? Settlement in Balochistan region and other region, which is okay what? Which is nothing but okay the deserted region. A bit of desert is something that is okay there. So wherever river can flow in the desert, there you might find certain settlement. Or because of mining. Some desert region are very good for mining. Clear? Like gold mining, other mining, like in Australia, you'll see mining settlers are there in the desert region. Clear? So normally you don't find much of human habitation in case of desert region. Some region you may find okay what? Settlement. Why you may find settlement? Because of presence of river flowing through this deserted region, which allows settlement to have in this region, or mining settlers you can find it. Fine. Can you answer second one?
One, two,
1, 2, 3. No, and 3. So answer here is all 3. We discussed, okay, the waxy leaves. Waxy leaves are found. Thick cuticle. Thick cuticle means hard thing around. Hard layer is found covering what? Covering nothing but, okay, the skin of, okay, what? Skin of leaves. Epidermis of, okay, leaves. So that's why hard and waxy leaves are there. Tiny leaves like needle shaped leaf. Okay, just now we discussed needle shaped leaf. So normally you find leaves are what? Leaves are broader in shape. So leaves are broader in shape, but when you find, okay, the leaves very needle shaped leaf like this, okay, when you are finding leaves and etc., then it is going to be called as what? Tiny leaves and etc. And the third we have written is thorn instead of leaves. All these are mechanisms that are being adopted in a desert region through which plants are something that are surviving. Clear? So this is how the type of questions you have seen in the case of examination related to what? Related to the climate. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part?
Inhabit water loss. Mean
Okay. Which of the following leaf modification in the desert inhibit? Inhibit means which minimizes water loss. Inhibit means which doesn't allow, minimize, doesn't allow. That is what we called as a inhibit means. Okay. So in desert region, what is happening? The plants are there, plants are surviving, but since high evaporation are there, plant will lose what? Plant will lose water. So which of the reasons are minimizing the water loss, or which are the reasons are not causing the water loss in the desert region? So these are the reasons why trees are not losing much of water. Clear? Either they have hard and waxy leaf, or they have nothing but, okay, tiny leaves, or they have thorns, no leaves. That is okay there. Clear? When no leaves are there, how photosynthesis takes place? Because you know that leaves is the one which is preparing food. Photosynthesis happening because of the presence of chlorophyll. So if the plant do not have a leaves, then how the photosynthesis takes place? Because thorn instead of leaves are there. So if leaves are not there, thorns are there, how the photosynthesis will takes place? It will takes place via stem. Okay, so some plants, like in desert region, some plants photosynthesize through what? Stem rather than what? Rather than the leaves. So as a result, no leaves are something that are present. Fine. So these are the important part that you have to keep in mind. Clear? So like this question has been asked in the case of examination. So till now, 4, okay, what? 4 we have covered. What are the 4 we have covered? Equatorial rainforest. The second we have covered is what? Tropical monsoon forest. The third we have covered is what? Yeah, savanna. And the fourth is desert. Okay, so compos and llanos is the term used for whom? Compos and llanos is a term used for whom? Which type of climate? Compos and llanos are the term used for which type of climate? Savanna in Brazil, what the term is used? In savanna, Brazil, what the term is used? Yeah, they are known as, okay, compos and llanos in South America, that in Brazil. Clear? Salberry, we discussed the term salberry is used where? In Africa, or Sudan type is also used in what? Africa. So those are the name of savannas. Clear? Which region is known as what? Which region is known as a the rainforested region? Equatorial region, which is known for deciduous forest. Tropical monsoon type of climate is known for deciduous forest. What is the main characteristic of the savanna type of climate? Main characteristic. How do you identify?
Scattered trees with short hair
Yeah,
and tall grass.
tall grasses and scattered trees. And second, how do you identify through seasons?
There are two seasons. Some many.
What about equatorial region?
Cloud rain.
No season. Okay, in equatorial region, no season. What about monsoon climate? Monsoon climate, 3 seasons. Okay, we discussed summer season, winter season, and rainy season. So tropical monsoon, on the basis of seasons, 3 seasons are there. Clear? In tropic, which climatic condition is characterized by seasonal reversal of wind? Which climatic condition is characterized by seasonal reversal of wind? Seasonal reversal of wind. Tropical. Which tropic? Tropical savanna or tropical equatorial? Anyone else? Which is characterized by seasonal reversal of wind? Seasonal reversal of wind. What we have written?
That is tropical monsoon.
Yeah, monsoon climate. Okay, we discussed in the summer what will happen. The wind will be what? Wind will be southwest monsoonal wind. In the winter, what will happen? It is going to be what? Northwest monsoonal wind. Clear? So seasonal reversal of wind is a characteristic of tropical monsoon climate. So this type of questions you will get in the case of examinations. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular part? So rest of the climatic condition we'll take up in the tomorrow's class. Fine. Anybody having doubt? So solve. Okay. All these questions you try to again solve it. Whatever we have discussed. If you have any doubt, okay, let me know. Thank you. Thank you.